This this conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, one and all. Guys, in our last session, we understood few basics. Who is success factors, what they are into, right? The difference between success factors and SAP success factors, and the difference between on-premise technology and cloud technology, the advantages of cloud technology with a couple of competitors, right? And what is the difference between consultant and end user? And as a consultant, what is your roles and responsibilities in terms of SAP success factors role? I mean, say profile or domain, whatever. So, few other basic things in order to implement any kind of software application, how many parties you required, who is implementation partner, who is client or customer, what is the SAP role over here, and couple of additional stuff we come across in our yesterday's session. So let me go by the connectivity dots of the last session, guys. The connectivity dots. So I told you very clearly in our last session, the moment your customer is going to purchase a license from SAP SuccessFactors company, I mean to say, in order to implement any kind of software application, you need two parties. One is implementation partner who is going to implementing the software. Let's take it example TCS, Capgemini, Wipro, Accenture. These are all the implementation partners. Coming to client or customer who needs this software. For example, DMart Avenue Supermarts want to upgrade their local HR systems with SAP SuccessFactors. Not only DMart, you can go by any of the customer in the market. You can go by Ramke India. You can go by Burger King Corporation, Pizza, right? National Pizza Corporation. You can go by Sale, Gale, government sectors, private sector, semi-government, whatever you want. The moment your customer is going to purchase a license from SAP company, here implementation partner, just a implementation partner after you are going to get the license, guys. Make sure your customer needs to purchase a license from SAP company or SAP SuccessFactors. Now my question goes to the moment your customer is going to purchase a license from SAP SuccessFactors company, they are going to get three environments, nothing but system landscape technically we used to call, or servers in the form of URLs. These three environments they are going to get in the form of URLs because we are working on the cloud side, nothing but cloud technology, nothing but web-based applications. All the web-based applications are in the form of URL. Like your Facebook is an URL, but it's a web-based application. Your Twitter, Instagram, Threads, or whatever you can take it, Gmail, Yahoo, whatever you want, right? What are the three standard environments they are going to get? Development, preview or test. Keep in your mind, not quality, please. Quality in the on-premise technology. Right now we're in the cloud and production. So now my question goes to how can you recognize or how can we recognize which one is a development URL, which one is a preview test URL, which one is a production URL? If it's a only one system, you can mention very easily, sir, so and so it is fine. But when here we have almost three environments, different environments: development, preview or test, and production. How can we recognize which one is a development, which one is a preview test, which one is a production? Why? Because there is a concept name called success factor system architecture. Please keep in our mind, very, very important. The success factor system architecture consists of two layers: provisioning, instance or tenant, not tenant, tenant. Provisioning, instance. Provisioning is nothing but backend system where only certified consultants can able to log in. Certified means SAP Global Certified Consultant is my intention. Provisioning is nothing but backend system where only certified consultants, SAP Global Certified Consultant, whatever the application you belongs to, Employee Central, PMGM, recruitment, onboarding, doesn't matter. End of the day, whether you are a certified consultant or not. If yes, you can able to access. Coming to instance is a front-end system. Anybody can able to log in, whether you are a certified, non-certified, business user, end user, anybody can able to log in instance. As you know, we have three different environments, but again, success factor system contains The architecture contains two layers. Provisioning instance. What do you mean by that? It means provisioning development is there, provisioning preview or test is there, provisioning production is there. Or else development provisioning, preview test provisioning, production provisioning. Same fashion, development instance, preview test instance, production. Why? Because for every environment, provisioning instance, provisioning instance, provisioning instance. First of all, as a consultant, you should know how we can recognize which one is a provisioning, which one is a instance. Then we can segregate later points. First of all, as a consultant, you should know which one is a provisioning screen, which one is an instance screen. It's very simple. Just now I told you, only certified consultants. Guys, can you please mute your background? Recording is going on. Certified consultants. That means you have to log in by using your S user ID, SAP user ID. After you have given the examination with SAP company, once you pass, you are going to get yes followed by 10 digit ID. You are going to get yes followed by 10 digit ID. Technically, we used to call S user ID or SAP user ID. Keep in our mind. In order to log in the provisioning system, make sure you should be holding a proper SAP Global Certification ID, whatever the application. Instance not required. Anybody can able to log in. If you are having proper login credentials, you can log in it. Doesn't matter whether you are certified, non-certified. The base question is, how would you know that which one is a provisioning system, which one is a instance system? For example, people who are coming from in our session, any on-premise technology background, like SAP, Oracle, PeopleSoft, Microsoft Dynamics, Sun Microsystems, right? Ramco, Siebel, BAN, etc. So if you can go by any of the on-premise technology, for example, SAP HR, for example, there also we had a concept name called development, quality, production. But there we can able to recognize the number is 100. Just example I'm telling. The number 100 is a development, 200 series quality, 300 or 400 series for production. Right? 100 series development, sandbox system, whatever. Right? Pre-production, pre-quality, post-quality, like that way 200 series. Pre-production, post-production, like that way we go by 400 series. But here it's running through URL base, web-based application. Here we don't have any numbers. Right? Keep in our mind. How can we recognize? Means very simple, guys. Now let me open your browser. Not now, after the session. So let me share you one URL, guys. I know you had a couple of questions in your mind. Sir, how I am going to get those URLs? Those are my customer property. Let me add a small word over here, guys. These three environments are your customer property. Your client or customer property, these three environments, followed by backend and front end, guys. Provisioning an instance, your customer property. And your partner property also there, guys. Partner property. Partner means implementation partner. Currently, which company you guys are working? For example, you guys are working with the TCS company and your customer name is Hindustan Shipyard. Hindustan Shipyard is your customer. This is customer's property. And your partner property is nothing but sales demo. For the sales demo also, again we had a concept name called provisioning an instance. But there is no environments. No environments. Please keep in our mind, very basic question, guys. Sales demo does not contain any environments like development, preview, test, production. Only backend, frontend. Provisioning an instance. Backend and frontend. Now, so let me type one URL over here, guys. For example, if you can go by 2019 or 2020 before, majority of the customers, right, URL starts with performance manager, performance manager, one data center number followed by data center number. Yesterday I told you there is a concept name called data center. Data center is the place where your customer data is stored in the form of URLs. Each and every data center has its identified by one URL, one unique number, guys. For example, here you can able to see some of the list of data centers as on today maintained by the SAP company. Data center 2, DC2 means is not a bus number or train number, guys. It's a data center number, DC2, DC4. So do I need to recollect or recognize? No need, guys. Why? Because once you tag it to any of your customers, whatever the data center they are using, you have to work on that, right? Next 1 year, 1.5 year, etc. See data center 2, 4. And see, some of the data centers URL starts with performance manager, but some of the data centers URL starts with HCM. You notice that? HCM, HCM, and few data centers starts with performance manager. But if you can go by 2019 before, guys, majority of the data centers starts with performance manager only. Now see, latest data centers you can able to see HCM only, human capital management, HCM only. In future you can able to see in spite of HCM, HXM in future, probably in the 2024 update or 2025 update. Here update is nothing but, as you know, we are going to get every year 2 times upgrades from SAP SuccessFactors. 2 times. First half year, second half year. That anyway I'm going to cover in the today's session. Wait. Now, for time being, performance manager, what are the data center number? 10, 8, 6, 2, whatever, dot, data center number, dot, successfactors.com. No space at all, successfactors, one word only. Performance, no space at all, one word only. Hit enter. The moment, guys, mute yourself in the background, please. The moment you are going to click on login, now see, open the browser, just you can type performance manager some data center number dot successfactors.com. The moment if I am going to hit enter, it may ask you to enter the company ID. It is nothing but instance system. Whenever, wherever it may ask you to enter the company ID across the globe, it's a instance system, instance, front end. Let me go by one more tab. The same URL up to.com, same URL slash provisioning, small letters only, provisioning, no spelling mistake please, provisioning, same URL slash provisioning, hit enter. See, SAP SuccessFactors HXM suite. HXM is nothing but human experience management. Before 2019 HCM suite, they rebranding or they relabeling as in the year 2019 December version, human experience management. Now see, in order to log in the provisioning system, click on login here. It may ask you to enter your SUser ID, SAP user ID, secured one. It's a secured one. Only certified consultant can able to log in the system. But coming to
The
instance,
screen is,
anybody,
sorry, sir, it's very small. We can't able to see the full screen.
guys, can able to see my screen completely or only small screen?
I'm able to view full screen.
Sir, it is small screen. If we zoom now, then the screen will be
No, guys. Now you tell me, can I able to see the full screen or small screen? That is my question.
No, sir, it's
small
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 screen.
screen
screen.
only from my side.
For me, I log in laptop. It's full screen for me.
Exactly. It's a full screen only, guys, because I have given all the privileges to here, right? So there is no restrictions from my side. Maybe in your login, you may set up some restrictions if I'm not wrong. You have to check those options and all in your login via mobile or lappy or whatever, tab or whatever. You need to cross check those options, right? Some of the options are available. Do you want to expand size, big size, something is there? Cross check once again. Now, yeah. So whenever it may ask you to enter the company ID is nothing but instance. Whenever it may ask you to enter your SUser ID or email ID, something, etc., it's a provisioning system, as simple as that. Now, let me differentiate these three. As you know, we have three environments in the name of development. Now, let me go by here, provisioning. Now, see here, Development provisioning, development instance. Preview test provisioning, preview test instance. Production provisioning, production instance. So let me share you a couple of key points over here, guys. Development and production are contain same URL, guys. For the development and production is the same URL. Keep in your mind. For production and development is the same URL. Coming to preview or test, it's a different URL. For development and production is the same URL. I mean to say, development is a copy version of your production, guys. Keep in your mind. It is a copy version of the production. That's why development and production both are contain same URL. But you had a question. Then how can we differentiate? Coming to the instance side based on the company ID. So based on the company ID, we can differentiate. This particular company ID created by the SAP company. The moment your customer is going to purchase a license from SAP SuccessFactors company, SAP company will create an account against your customer name. At the same time, they are going to create a three different company IDs. Why? Because for development, preview test, production. How that company ID looks like, it's very simple. So who is your customer here? For example, PepsiCo India, something. So, or else whatever you want, or else Ramki India, whatever. So they are going to create like this way. Ramki D or D1, Ramki T1, Ramki P or P1. Without P also fine, guys. So this is the way. Your customer name is nothing but company ID, guys. Your customer name is nothing but company ID. RAM key D. D indicates development. T indicates test system. P indicates production. Without P also production system. Keep in our mind. So by using company ID, we can differentiate the instances, guys. Instance environments. Even though development, production both are contain same URL, by using company ID, we can differentiate. These company IDs are provided by the SAP company. It's not your responsibility or my responsibility. You don't need to worry. So where we can able to see all this information and all, I'm going to cover probably in the day after tomorrow session or day after tomorrow session. Don't worry. I'll show you. And coming to the provisioning, guys, as I mentioned, development and production contain same URL. That means development, production is having the same URL. Coming to the preview test, URL is different. Company ID is different, URL is different. But these two are having the same URL. Keep in our mind. So coming to instance side, we can differentiate the company IDs. But coming to the provisioning side. So for example, if I'm trying to log in by using my user ID and password, guys, inside the screen, you can able to see two records like this way. One is company ID, company name, status, right? So company name, Ramki India Private Limited. Any typing mistake, don't mind. Private Limited. Status, active, active. It means what? Tomorrow someone may ask you, if development production both are contain same URL, but how can we able to activate the provisioning system? You can mention very clearly. Once we logged with this provisioning system, inside we can able to see two records. One is production and second one is development, or development is the first one, production is the second one. So these two are going to act as a hyperlinks, guys. Inside it is coming when you are trying to place a hand icon. These two are going to act as a hyperlinks. Hyperlinks. Keep in your mind. So the moment you are going to click on this one, for example, always remember the process starts with the development. Later you need to move the data to the next environment or next layer, review or test, and finally production. No reverse direction. No reverse direction, always forward direction. But one scenario we had a concept name called reverse direction that I will explain. For timing, keep it aside. Only forward direction. Always development is first. That means as a certified consultant, first of all, you should be landing on your development provisioning. Why? Without provisioning, there is no instance activation. Please make a note. Few key points, please make a note. Sometimes if I forget to type, please. Without provisioning, there is no instance activation. That means without backend, there is no front-end activation. Without front-end activation, we can't able to configure your customer's project. You can't able to implement your customer's project. I mean to say, instance level, we are holding almost 90% responsibilities, guys. But in the provisioning side, only 10% responsibilities. 10%. But without this 10% configuration, we can't able to control 90% in the instance side. Keep in your mind. That is the reason always provisioning followed by instance. Maybe you join middle of the project, that is secondary. If you join the middle of the project, you can able to access directly instance, guys. Tomorrow you had a question, sir, recently I got the opportunity, but they assigned to me directly instance system. That's what I told you. But if you are there in the project from scratch, zero, as a certified consultant, yourself or your lead consultant will take care of this responsibility. Always development provisioning, activate the instance. How to activate the instance and all I will explain later. Preview or test separate URL, I mean it's a different URL. Again here also preview test provisioning based on that instance activation. Right? Then production, same URL, but this time you have to go by this hyperlink, ramkey. Inside, same features, guys. Same features inside, but we can differentiate like this way. Why? Because the URL is same for both the environments. URL is the same for both the environments. That's why SAP SuccessFactors system behavior, guys. Right? It is not designed by me or you people. This is the one. Keep in our mind. So let me recap once again high level. Don't take any confusion. As you know, in our SuccessFactors environment, we have three different layers. I mean to say three different systems or system landscape or environments in the name of development, preview or test, production. Either you can speak preview or test. Don't call it as a quality, please. Flavor name is different. Production is fine, right? But as you know, the SuccessFactors system architecture consists of two layers in the name of provisioning and instance. Provisioning is the place only certified consultants can able to access backend system. Instance is the place, front end one, anybody can able to access, whether you are a certified, non-certified, doesn't matter. And the thing is, again, based on these three layers, that means development provisioning instance, preview test provisioning instance, production provisioning instance. Based on the provisioning activation only, we can go by instance one, guys. Keep in our mind. That means make sure you should be holding a proper provisioning. Only certified consultant can do this activity. But now you guys can ask this question here. Sir, just 10 minutes back you mentioned one word, it belongs to customer property. How we can able to access? For that, there is a concept name called car form process. It's not your four-wheeler, guys. Customer instance access request. That I'm going to demonstrate today's session or tomorrow session. Don't worry. Connectivity dots, guys. We'll discuss one by one slowly. Finally, you have to mix it. Right? You will come to the complete picture. So this is the way. Right? Keep in our mind. Development and production both the environments contain one single URL. Instance level we can differentiate based on the company ID, but in the provisioning level, two records are available. Which one you want to log in? For example, first one development, right? Click on development hyperlink. Later preview test. In future production, then come back to the production. This is the flow, guys. And coming to the sales demo system, we don't have any environments, only backend and frontend, provisioning an instance for the demo systems. Partner demo, we used to call sales demo is nothing but partner demo. So these are the different URLs, guys. See, I mentioned customer property, development URL, preview test URL, production URL, customer property. Right here I mentioned company ID. Right, whatever you want. These are all the examples, guys. Right, keep in our mind. Coming to the demo system, we don't have any environment common for all the environment. That means provisioning and instance only. Keep in our mind. And our demo company ID looks like this is the way. SF sales, SF partner. the company ID looks like. Instance means it may ask you to enter the company ID, whether it is a demo system, live system, doesn't matter. Company ID is mandatory. That is instance one. Provisioning one, you have to log in by using your SUser ID, certification ID. How you are going to get a certification and all we'll discuss. Now, this one I am going to park it aside. Let me go by brief introduction. In order to implement any kind of software application, you need to follow one process or one methodology, one approach. That methodology or process, technically we used to call project methodology or roadmap solution for SAP SuccessFactors project. So currently we are using activate methodology, right? And activate methodology is similar to agile methodology, agile. So the deep dive we had to discuss in our upcoming sessions or end of the curriculum. This is not the right time to discuss. That is my intention. This is not the right time to discuss this one. For time being, tomorrow someone may ask you what kind of project methodology we are going to use in SAP SuccessFactors. Please mention that activate methodology, right? It contains 4 phases: preparation, explore, realize, deploy. I will explain later point, right? And there is a small word, guys. Please make a note. SOW. This one also we'll discuss once again at the time of live sessions. For time being, please make a note. SOW. So, or SOW, statement of work. Statement of work is a formal documentation that defines the entire scope of the work involved for a vendor and clarifies deliverables, cost and timelines. Nothing but in simple English. This is one of the formal document, guys. And in the document we are going to prepare when you are going to start the project. That means when you are going to get the sign off from your customer, when you are going to start the project. So when you are planning to deliver this software to your customer, the timelines, what is the team size, right? And you have to specify clearly, someone will take care of this one, someone will take care of this one, etc. And when you plan to go by some testing, when you plan to demonstrate your customer the testing, everything we are going to maintain in one single formal documentation is nothing but statement of work. Statement of work. Your project start date, end date, due date, live date, everything will be mentioned in the document, guys, right? And each and every company contains different format of this SOW. The first 4 or 5 pages are common, guys. The remaining 10 to 15 pages are different from customer to customer. I mean to say, there might be few customers in the globe. They may ask you, so coming to some data uploads, guys. For example, some data uploads. They mention, for example, if you contains 10 to 15 objects like department, division, etc. They mention, so 50% your responsibility, 50% my team responsibility. So everything you need to maintain in the formal documentation very clearly, guys. It's a proof of document. What you guys are working, what our team is working tomorrow. Like that way. Now, software releases or upgrades. Software releases or upgrades are nothing but, guys, as you know, coming to your smartphones, you are going to get some software updates, right? Some UI performance, some bugs fixing, something you are going to get some software upgrades, right? Recommendations. Same to same. We had a concept name called in our SAP SuccessFactors system. Software upgrades or releases. Before 2020, I mean to say, effective from 2012 to 2020, right? You had a concept name called 4 times in a year upgrades, guys. That means quarterly upgrades. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Every 3 months once, right? We are going to get some upgrades from SAP SuccessFactors. Quarterly ones. It's a very painful job for customers as well as consultants. Why? Because the moment you are going to analyze the first quarter upgrade, second quarter is going to release. First of all, you have to analyze, right, which are the upgrades are impact your customers' current business process or future business process. You have to analyze, you have to test it, and you have to demonstrate them. Once they agreed, you have to you have to update them. So that's why, effective from 2020 onwards, SuccessFactors brought up half-yearly feature, guys, 6 months feature. So technically, we used to call 1H. The second one we used to call 2H. So first half year is nothing but May version. Second half year is nothing but November version. Let's say example 1H 2020, nothing but May 2020. Technically, you can able to see like this way 2005, nothing but year month. 2005 is nothing but 2020 May version. Inside the system, you can able to see like this way beta beta version. Beta version means approved version 2005. Then beta version 2011, nothing but 2020 November version. Beta version 2105, beta version 2111, then beta version 2205, 2211, and currently we are in 2305, the latest version, and the expected one is 2311. Next year same, every 6 months once, May version, November version. So for example, let me log with the demo system. See again, demo system, live system doesn't matter. It may ask you to enter the company ID, but live system company ID starts with your customer name. Demo system company ID starts with SF partner or sales. Some number. This is a partner demo system. By using your login credentials, you can able to access. So you can able to activate mobile application as well by using QR code, mobile app. Once you are going to click on login, by default you are landing into home page. Now, if you are trying to click on the personal navigation or login user, so this particular box we used to call personal navigation or login user drop down menu. Here you had an option name called show version information. Which version guys? Currently we are in beta 2305. Beta 2305. So after 3 or 4 months later, you can able to see beta 2311. Nothing but November version. Right? Keep in our mind. Now, so as on today, SAP SuccessFactors is holding almost 120 plus million users, guys. 120 plus million users, almost 11,600 plus customers across the globe, right? 200 plus countries operations, 60 plus various domains or industries is ready to support, which include 44 different languages, including country India Hindi. No other regional languages. Don't expect Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi, Arabic. Sorry, uh, right? Marathi, something, etc. Only India Hindi. Only 44 languages, including country India Hindi. Right? So these are the some of the list of yeah. These are some of the list of customers, guys. So computer science means some technical side, information technology, staffing and recruiting, hospital and healthcare, financial service. These are all the different customers as on today with SAP SuccessFactors, guys. That's what I mentioned. Around 11,600 plus customers as on today. Right? Keep in our mind. So just now I told you SuccessFactors system architecture, provisioning is nothing but backend system. Instance means the front end system, that anyway you know. Right? Only certified consultants. We had to discuss a lot more things. Let me go by few basics first. Right? If I can go by straight away technical way, I mean say by straight away system, it's very difficult, guys. It is not a rocket science, right? To write a 200 lines of code and execute immediately. So almost 15 different components are involved in our SuccessFactors employee central system, guys. 15 different components we need to mix together and we need to prepare one final product. So patience are very, very important, please. Then instance one. Then technically we used to call SAP SuccessFactors suite or suite. Technically we used to call SAP SuccessFactors suite or suite. SAP SuccessFactors suite, right, or suite. Remember one thing. So this is SuccessFactors establishment date. As I mentioned in our yesterday's session, initially SuccessFactors itself is a company as well as product. It's an American multinational company, California based. There is a founder name called Lars Dalgaard. He founded or established there is a company name called SuccessFactors. Basically, they are going to provide cloud-based human capital management solutions. But in the year 2012, SAP acquired SuccessFactors company. Now it's a family of SAP product. As you know, in the year 1972, SAP was there, guys. It means it's almost 50 plus years old company. SAP is a 50 plus years old company. SAP is a global leader or pioneers into ERP technologies, on-premise technologies. But SAP don't have any cloud model. Then they acquired in the year 2012 and they rebranding as SAP SuccessFactors. You never ever used SAP SuccessFactors. SAP means ghosts. In German language, Darsoft, the Jews. So you have to speak about SAP. That means we need to give the respect because a product as well as company, right? SAP success factors. Don't call it as a SAP success factors. If you want, you can go by SAP. SF is fine, but you have to speak at any cost SAP. Now my question goes to the SAP success factors suite contains almost to 10 to 11 different applications, right? Now let me go by this one, guys. I mean to say this suite again divided into three variants. Core modules, talent modules, analytics, nothing but reports. Core modules, talent modules, analytics modules. Core modules are nothing but there is a concept name called before employee, after employee. After employee came to the system is nothing but core modules, guys. After employee was there in the system, those are nothing but core modules like employee central, time management, employee central payroll. Talent modules are nothing but before employee, after employee. Recruitment, onboarding, succession management, compensation, learning management solutions, career development planning. And coming to here, workforce analytics, workforce planning, right? Keep in our mind. So these 10 to 11 are the different applications from SAP SuccessFactors suite. But in that, the major demanding application in the current market, employee central. If you can able to upgrade yourself SAP SuccessFactors Employee Central, other applications you can able to update very easily by go to the documentation, by go through the some other information, etc. Because Employee Central is one of the biggest application where it contains different forms of the data. That is the reason majority of the customers in the market. You can check with any of your friends or colleagues who are in the system. Out of 1 to 10 scale, minimum 8 to 9 people they starts with employee central including myself. Later depends upon the company's requirement or personal requirement, you may upgrade yourself with a different applications, but you can able to understand very easily. Now let me go by employee central. So here I mention very clearly just for understanding, guys. Employee central, it's a core HR solution or cloud HCM application, simple understanding, and employee hire to retire solutions in the company. So this is the place where we are going to maintain an employee's complete master data. Technically, we used to call people profile, hire to retire solutions. Entry into the system, exit from the system. Then time management. As you know, time management is nothing but in order to, right, in order to crack your each and every employee's work schedule, holiday calendar, the absences, attendances, everything we are going to cover in the time management. Which work schedule employee is currently working? Is it Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, or Tuesday to Wednesday? Something. How many hours he or she is working, right? What kind of shifts they are working? General shifts, first shift, second shift, night shift, etc. Then employee central payroll (ECP). Very rare customers are using this application, guys. Employee central payroll is nothing but SAP HCM on-premise payroll in the cloud side. SAP HCM on-premise payroll, keep in our mind, SAP HCM payroll is available in the cloud side, nothing but employee central payroll. But in order to upgrade yourself employee central payroll, make sure you should know the employee central first, the connectivity dots. right? Keep in our mind. I mean to say, majority of the customers will go by some third-party payroll system. So whatever the projects which I come across in my experience, majority of the customers will go by third-party payroll system like ADP payroll process, KPMG payroll process, some local HR, Zoho books, Tally payroll, some other payroll, etc. That means they plan to go by some integration. For that integration, we had some integration tool, guys. Integration means connecting between two applications. Connecting between or mapping between two applications, technically we used to call integration. Integrating, connecting between two applications or modules. And these three are the core modules. Coming to talent modules, I told you before employee, after employee. Before employee means recruiting, onboarding. After employee means PMGM, compensation, etc. Now recruiting is nothing but applicant tracking system. Applicant tracking system. Either internal employee or external employee. Internal employee means company employee. External means outside employee, guys. Applicant tracking system or candidate tracking system. That means we are gonna convert applicant as an employee, candidate to an employee in the finally. For that we had a recruitment life cycle, different stages, guys. Leave it aside. Then onboarding. Hope you guys are familiar in the onboarding process. Onboarding refers to the process in which new hires are integrated into the system or sorry, into the organization, right? So they are going to demonstrate against company structure, vision, right? Mission, some of the other companies' history, etc., etc., everything. And apart from this onboarding, guys, inside two more components are there: cross-boarding, off-boarding. Cross-boarding, off-boarding. Normally we used to call onboarding process. Cross-boarding also there. Cross-boarding is nothing but within the company, any suitable vacancies. If you would like to hire for an existing employees, for any existing employee, if you would like to hire for any suitable vacancy within the company, technically we used to call cross-boarding. That means you are already an employee in the company, but any suitable vacancy, right? That process comes under cross-boarding. Off-boarding is nothing but exit formalities, guys. Exit formalities. Your exit interview is nothing but off-boarding. Then PMGM, performance management, goal management. So performance management, goal management is nothing but in the starting of the year, they are going to set out some of the goals. You have to achieve these 5 goals for the financial year or calendar year 2023 to 2024. For that, they are going to conduct every quarterly or half yearly year-end review, right? Based on that review, based on final calculation, you may get some hike. That hike concept comes under compensation module. Connectivity compensation module, nothing but as per the market standards, as per your PMGM rating, you are going to get compensation, guys. Nothing but hikes, your salary hike. Then variable pay is nothing but, as you know, right? For example, tomorrow, right, once you target any of sorry once you selected for X company, X implementation partner as a SF consultant, along with your CTC, you can able to see there is a component name called variable pay, right? That variable pay. And LMS, learning management solutions. Keep in our mind, learning management solutions. So learning management solutions are nothing but majority of the pharma companies, some educational side companies are using this learning management solutions, guys. Technically we used to call LMS, learning management solutions. So learning management solutions is nothing but this is the place where you are going to prepare some of the manuals. So as a company employee, you have to prepare those manuals and you need to give the examination once you pass. Let me go by one live example. For example, you guys are currently working with X pharmaceutical company. You are just a junior drug analyst. In order to prepare any of the drug, make sure you need to pass couple of exams. Those particular exams related documentation completely is available in the portal in the name of LMS. They already prepared some documentation. You have to prepare and you need to give the examination. Once you pass, then you are eligible to prepare that particular drug or some other medicine, some other R&D, something, etc. Then succession management. Hope you guys are coming from HR background. You knows very easily this concept. Let me recap once again. So succession management is nothing but Let me go by high level. Forget about this definition. Let me go by in general English. So there are a couple of senior positions in the company that anyway you know. Couple of senior positions are available, right? General manager, vice president, associate vice president, something etc. So at any point of time, if someone are leaving the organization, those senior positions at any point of time, they can leave the organization, right? I mean to say, if someone left the organization due to some personal reasons or technical reasons, always company will look for some successor. Successor. That is nothing but who can take care of that particular position in spite of recruiting outside the company, within the company or within the team, who can able to handle that particular requirement, who is the successor for that particular project or particular position. Someone is available to take care of that position within the company is comes under succession management, guys. And we had an application name called career development planning, guys. I forget to add over here. I'll add up here and I'll share you later point. Career development planning. And finally, the third variant is workforce analytics or workforce planning, nothing but reporting tools, guys. So by default, SAP SuccessFactors delivered standard tool called reporting center or reporting. So beyond this reporting, if your customer is really looking for, they need to purchase a license from SAP SuccessFactors company additionally for this application, workforce analytics or workforce planning. But very rare customers are looking for this one, guys. Very rare customers are looking for this one. Keep in our mind, right? Now, let me differentiate somewhat high level provisioning an instance. Just now we come across 30 minutes back provisioning instance. Let me recap somewhat high level. Provisioning, just now I told you only 10% responsibilities or 10% work will be done here. Based on this 10% responsibilities or work, we can able to control this 90% work. Please keep in our mind. That is the reason without provisioning there is no instance concept. Based on the provisioning only we can able to activate the instance system. So provisioning means called as a backend system. This is the place where we are going to activate or enable the licensed applications or modules. Nothing but inside you can able to see the checkboxes, guys. You need to give the checkbox. That is nothing but active that feature. Checkbox means active feature. Uncheck means inactive feature, disable or inactive, whatever. I'll show you how the provisioning system looks like. Don't worry. And this is accessible to only certified consultants for any of the SuccessFactors suite. This is the place where we are going to create a super admin access for the instance system. In order to activate the instance system, you need to create one super admin credentials. Super admin credentials. I told you in our yesterday session, you are the god for your customer. For that, you should be holding a proper login credentials. Based on that, you can able to create your fellow colleagues credentials, guys. For example, myself, I am a team lead. You are all my associate consultants. In order to create a login credentials for you guys, first of all, myself, I am holding a proper credentials, right? That one technically we used to call super admin credentials for the instance system and module specific features, etc. So some of the important things. Tomorrow, someone may ask you in the interview if you mention I am a certified consultant. Now tell me as a certified consultant, what is your roles and responsibilities? You have to activate the language packs. Language packs. Just now I told you SAP SuccessFactors is supporting as on today 44 different languages which include country India Hindi. So you have to activate the language packs. I mean to say at the time of you are going to capture the requirements as a prime consultant or consultant. Prime consultant or consultant. I will explain. I will means I'm going to differentiate between prime and normal consultant. Don't worry. So as a consultant, at the time of you are going to capture the requirements, right? You have to ask them very clearly how many global operations you are holding. Global operations within the country India, you can go by English, US, and Hindi is fine. But any global operations, for example, for Saudi Arabia, Arabic, right? And if you can go by Thailand, Thai, Malaysia, Malay, right? Right? And if you can go by Germany, Deutsch, UK English, US English, Spanish, right? Portugal, Mexican. Like that way, different countries, if your customer is holding the operations, you have to activate the language packs over there. I'll show you that screen as well, don't worry. Then profile V12. Profile V12 is nothing but The moment you are going to hire an employee, you can able to see that employee is complete in and out. That is nothing but profile vital. Security, you need to provide the permissions in the provisioning level, some security guys. See, RBP means security, role based permissions. And attachment storage, that means document storage limitation. What do you mean by that? I will explain. Keep it aside. Then super admin creation and module specific activations. And finally, few background jobs. This few background jobs concept is available right now in the instance as well. No need to go by provisioning. It is available from 1H 2023, the jobs concept in the instance itself. No need to go by provisioning. But in the older versions, only certified consultants can do this activity. Now anybody can do this activity, right? And other settings. These are the 4 or 5 major responsibilities as a certified consultant in the provisioning level. Based on that, you can control the remaining 90% work over here, right? In the front end level, you can able to build a product for your customer. You can able to set up a security for your customer. You can able to create the data manually, automation, upload a company logo, theme manager. So many things we can control in the instance level, guys. Only 10% you are holding provisioning level, the remaining 90% instance level, guys. And coming to the language packs, this particular feature is available both the side. Provisioning level is available, instance side is available. Wherever you are comfortable, you can control. Same option is available, two different screens, back end, front end. Wherever you want, you can control. Now my question goes to, how can you able to access this provisioning system? How you can able to access this provisioning system? Why? Because this provisioning and instance are purely your customer property, and these are delivered by the SAP company or SAP SuccessFactors company. Even though you are a certified consultant, you can't able to speak to the SAP people. I am currently working for Ramkey India. Can you please provide to me that provisioning access or instance? They won't, guys. Why? Because for that you need to raise a request to SAP SuccessFactors company on behalf of your customer. For that, you should be holding proper approval email, Ramkey India approval email attachment, approval email, followed by valid certification badge, valid certification badge. It means what? Make sure you should be holding a proper certified consultant. That means proper certification, valid certification. Apart from that, approval email. So by based on these two, you can able to raise a request to SAP company on behalf of your customer. There is a form name called core form process. Customer instance access request. Customer instance access request. Keep in your mind. Sir, I am a certified consultant. I am having couple of years experience. Fine, boss. But SAP is required, right? Currently, which customer you are working for? Which customer you tag to as a consultant? Show me your valid certification. Then only they are going to provide your customer property. Keep in your mind. It means what? In order to access your customer's provisioning system, today you are just a trainee consultant, associate consultant. It's not your responsibility, guys. You are responsible only in the instance. Who knows? After a couple of years or couple of months, you are gonna become a prime consultant one fine day. Prime consultant. Sir, what do you mean by that? You are using last 10 minutes prime consultant, etc. Nothing but prime consultant and normal consultants. As you know, consultant is nothing but, as a consultant, you can able to understand your customer's requirement and you can able to build a project according to their business process. You can able to build a project, nothing but implement the project. You can able to troubleshoot the project. Any application errors you can troubleshoot. You know how to test the application, testing, how to test the application, and you know how to use the application finally. But if you are an end user, you are just employee at company side, nothing but kind of owner. You know how to use the application. You don't know anything about how to build a project, how to troubleshoot, how to test, how to use the application. Keep in your mind. But who are the prime consultants? Prime consultants are nothing but who are holding a valid certification. Number one. Number two, make sure can able to understand your customer's current business process and convert it into the functional way. That means at any cost you need to understand your customer's requirement, current business process, and at least one or two projects experience can able to handle the team, and remaining all same. His responsibilities are the same. Only additional thing is make sure you should be holding a proper certification. Consultant side also you are holding a certification, guys. That is fine. But prime consultant means at least one or two projects experience, can able to understand your customer's current business process, and you can convert it into the form of the requirements, guys. Because you already experienced, you know how you can able to understand, how you can able to convert that requirements into the business process, and you know how to handle the team, one or two people or one person, whatever. Those people we used to call technically prime consultant. Now, for each and every project, as a project manager, me or you people or whatever, they are going to nominate for X customer. Always remember, one prime consultant, right? One or two associate consultants, guys. One or two associate consultants. That means 1 plus 3 or 2 plus 1, whatever you can call. So prime consultant, make sure at any cost, there is another option, should be holding a proper valid certification. Then you are going to get proper approval email from your customer. That means on behalf of you, product manager is going to drop a mail to, they are going to drop a mail to Ramkey India side, some technical team. We are going to nominating, right, Mr. Srinivas, right? Just example, Mr. Ashok, Miss Sirisha, someone will take care of this particular project. Please provide the approval accordingly. So they would like to, I mean to say, they are going to reply to the same mail and they are going to mention clearly. So based on that approval mail only and your certification badge only, SAP is going to validating whether that customer is there in their systems or not. I told you previously, the moment your customer is going to purchase a license from SAP SuccessFactors company, they are going to create an account against your customer name, and they are going to provide one unique ID for each and every customer. Whatever the approval mail you are going to get, right? In that approval mail, that all the information is available. Same to same you are going to attach and you are sending back to SAP people via Corform process. Then they are validating. It will take around 8 to 12 hours, sometimes 24 hours, and they will come back to you. Yes, if the customer is same, ID is matching, you are holding proper certification. Why? Because the basic rule is, in order to implement any kind of success factor suite application, make sure one certified consultant is mandatory. One certified consultant. Other certified, non-certified doesn't matter. One certified consultant is mandatory. That is the basic rule. That is SAP rule. We used to call technical thumb rule. So this is the concept, guys. So based on this core form process only, they are going to provide customers provisioning access. Based on that, you can able to activate the instance system. Now you are ready with the provisioning and instance one. Provisioning is the place where you are going to activate the features. Instance is the place where you are going to develop the project. So whatever the features you are unable to develop, you have to activate in the provisioning system, right? And this particular provisioning system is common for all the success factor suite applications. Now you guys had a query in your mind. Sir, for example, if I'm a employee central certified consultant, it means I can able to access other applications as well. You can able to access, but it won't execute. Security reasons. The moment you are going to raise a request to SAP SuccessFactors company on behalf of your customer for this provisioning access, based on your certification, whatever the certification you are holding, employee center, for that they are going to provide the security in their servers. Based on that servers, I mean so that particular servers, the respected provisioning is executable. Based on the provisioning, instance got executable. Like this is connectivity dots, guys. This is the high level process. Now my question goes to how you can able to access customer's provisioning system. In order to access the customer provisioning system, make sure you should be holding a proper certification. That certification process I'm going to demonstrate in the tomorrow session. Don't worry. Certification process, types of certifications, pass percentage, cost of certification, etc. Then we go by this provisioning part, guys. Then I'll show you how the provisioning system looks like. And once you become a certified consultant, what kind of SAP official websites you can able to access. Official SAP websites you can able to access. These are the official SAP websites, guys, you can able to access. You should know the difference between each and every official website, guys, or I mean it's official URLs from SAP site. What do you mean by partneredge.com, hxm cloud ops, help.sap.com, launchpad, community, certification status, right, etc. Because today you are a non-certified consultant is fine, but tomorrow once you become a prime consultant or certified consultant, your client side HRBPT may ask you or interviewer may ask you. So what are all the SAP official websites we can able to access as a certified consultant, right? You have to demonstrate one by one. What is the meaning of this one, etc. Right? Keep in our mind. And tomorrow I'll show you how we can able to raise a request to SAP company on behalf of your customer in the form of car form process. Car form process, customer instance access request, CAR form, right? Yeah. Thank you, team.